What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. We're going to go over Cardano ADA. Currently, we're sitting at 0.478, down 3.15 on the day. We're seeing a market cap of 15.92 billion. 24-hour volume, 903 million. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to Crypto.com, you can sign up to the world's fastest growing crypto app. Grab one of the incredible Visa cards for cash back in crypto. Free Spotify, Netflix, Prime. Travel incentives, $25 just for signing up through my referral. Here's ADA on the 1 hour time frame. So you can see how we basically duplicated this fractal that I have been talking about. We came down into this correction. We pushed up resistance, support, resistance, created that dead cat bounce, and we broke down. And we've done the exact same thing with this correction. We came down, came up to resistance, support, resistance, a little bit of a dead cat bounce, and we broke down out of the pattern. And just as we did right here, we back tested it, and then we saw that continuation. That's exactly what we're doing as of right now. It looks like we've come up. We're coming up for a back test to see that continuation to the downside. Now, of course, nothing is promised. We could push back up into the pattern here, but I am still looking for that wave 5 to bring us down to that 30 to 35 cent price target. Take out this previous wave 3 low, fill this wick here at about 38 cents, and see the completion of that 5-wave structure for ADA. We've been making some juicy profits shorting ADA. I had taken some profits, let me see here, about an 8% profit, took 25%, then took 50%, and then we broke down some more. I re-added to my position, brought my entry price down to 0.4943, took 25% profit once again. So I've been making some juicy profits shorting ADA down here. So if we do get rejected and we start to come down, let me grab my little brush here. If we come up, we see that back test, you get rejected, you see a bearish engulfing candle, start coming down to fill this wick at about 38 cents and possibly come down to that 30 to 35 cent price target. We have reached our target for Bitcoin in between that 17 to 19k level, but if we do first come down to 17k or the low 18ks, that's when we could see ADA make that larger move down to basically fill that wick here and come down to about 30 to 35 cents. If we look at ADA on the daily, we broke down out of that large bear flag. We back tested it as I just mentioned here. So you are in a technical target all the way down to about 22 cents. I don't know if we'll come all the way down to that level, but I would expect you to fill this wick here at about 38 cents. I mean, we could invalidate it. It's very possible if Bitcoin sees a big bounce and we come up and we break these highs. I have my stop loss at break even at my entry point here, but if we come up and we break these highs, then it would invalidate that structure and we may be looking at a large bounce for ADA. We are still putting in that bullish divergence, as you can see here, consecutive lower lows while creating higher lows on the daily RSI, but daily divergences can take time to play out and we are in a downtrend, so it is easier for them to be invalidated. But as of right now, we have back tested a bearish pattern. So I am expecting at least about 0.038 to fill this wick here for ADA, but we'll have to see what happens here if we zoom out to the 4-hour time frame. So as you can see here was your first impulsive wave, corrective wave 2, impulsive wave 3, corrective wave 4, right up to the 50% retracement level, and then we're coming down for that possible wave 5 if we break this wave 3 low. If we fail to break that low and we break this wave 4 high, it does invalidate that structure and we would have to look for a different wave structure. But as I mentioned for Bitcoin, if we do see a large bounce, this may be what we're looking at here for ADA. Just let me remove this little squiggly here, where this is a massive wave 1. You have wave 1, wave 2 correction, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and that's what could bring ADA all the way back down to that 23 to 25 cent price target. If we zoom out to the daily, we have a technical target from this large descending triangle here that would bring you down to about 27 cents, and we do have support coming in at that 25 cent level. If we scroll back here, you can see a little bit of support in that area. Your next major level of support for ADA is coming in between about 20 to about 16 cents. That would take you all the way back down to this previous high of July 2020. That would be absolutely insane. I do think Bitcoin would have to come all the way down to 11 to 13k for that to happen for ADA. The zone I'm watching is in between about that 30 to 35 cent. This level of support here, slightly break this low, fill this wick, and finish that 5-wave structure to the downside. But we'll have to see what happens here. As I said with Bitcoin, what we may see here is a large bounce up to the high 20Ks, fake out everyone trying to go long and thinking the bear market is over, and then coming back down. to retest the lows. So if that were to happen for ADA here, what you may see is a large bounce, possibly up to these levels of resistance, you know, about 78 cents. We have a swing high at about $1.20. Really fake everybody out and then come back down to retest these lows once again. But in the short term, I am looking for this wick to be filled here at about 38.40 cents and for us to come a little bit lower. It may not happen here. It depends if Bitcoin comes down to that 17K price target or not. If it does, then I would expect ADA to come down to those price targets of 30 to 35 cents. But if Bitcoin bottoms out here, it's already completed its 5-wave structure and sees a large move back to the upside, of course, ADA is going to follow suit. Now for Bitcoin, I'm looking at a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5 down to 17K. We'll have to see what happens here. If we do see that large bounce, then we'll have to do a little bit of a recount. But as of right now, we have broken down out of this ascending channel here, just as we did with this larger correction, and we're currently back testing it. So if we fail to break above this trend line, coming in at about 0.48, we get rejected and we continue to come down. We lose that wave 3 low. Just look for about 30 to 35 cents, in my opinion. Fill this wick here at about 38 cents for ADA. So that's it for this one. Big shout out to the Discord. I do give trade signals, making some juicy profits on ADA here, as well as spot trade signals. And then we have over 1,900 members posting chart patterns, talking all things crypto. My signals are coming in at the $10 membership. Everything else is accessible at $350 USD. If you want to trade with me, sign up to Bybit, $4,100 in bonuses, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, much love. Take care.